turn and toss, hate your job, hate your boss, but you need the money. Need the money. Okay, another week. I'll tell him off. He'll really freak. Just one more paycheck. One more paycheck. Nice skirt. Maybe quit in the summer. Great price on the sweater. Or maybe October. Wow, beautiful color! Quit in the winter, fly down south, save the cash, save it up, spend it, save it up, buy it, save it up, buy it, spend it up, spend it, buy it up, fill up the empty space inside.
Now, to get out of here before Visa calls back.
Bags out for you.
Okay.
That's it. And the skirt. Here's your gloves.
Okay.
And your purse.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye. It's just that Jack is so smug. I mean, he doesn't have any doubts about anything. Can you trust that? I can't trust that.
I told you wouldn't like working for Jack.
I mean, I got mixed feelings about the whole thing. What good is the film going to do anyway? Poor people would be better off rioting in the street.
That wouldn't help you, though. I mean, you're making your living off this kind of thing.
I know. I guess I just used to have more hope or something.
And now you just have more clothes. And bad taste in jewelry. Those earrings look like can openers.
These earrings mean different things to different people. For me, I got them at the mall.
Consumer purgatory. I was reading this article the other day on post-decision dissonance reduction. It's about how to minimize regret once you've made a decision. And I couldn't help thinking of you when I was reading it.
I like your earrings.
Yeah, she got them at the mall.
I don't regret taking this job, Don. I mean, I need money too. It's just that when you meet people like Sandy and Jerry, you realize how arbitrary everything is. I mean, a little bad luck. They're so powerless. They don't even get enough money to eat properly. It's like they've been excommunicated.
Well, haven't they? Without money, they can't participate. Consumption and existence are synonymous in our society. If you can't buy, you've got no reason to live.
I spend, therefore I am. Hi, Jack.
Hi, be right with you. Look, I'm sorry I had to drag you over here, but I felt it was important to talk to you in person. Look, I'd like to finish the film as soon as possible. I've got other projects on the go. All I need is a couple over 40 on welfare and hopefully halfway articulate. Think you can find somebody?
I'll let you know as soon as I talk to them.
Good. Now, come here and let me show you what I've been doing. This is the interview with David. Now, he was a really great find.
I think we got to have a place where unemployed people can go. I remember sitting at home one day thinking about suicide. I remember one afternoon sitting in the house, and maybe I was thinking a little bit too much. Maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know. But all of a sudden I got really scared. I was at the house and I don't know what happened. I just got really scared. And I knew that I had to get out of the house as fast as possible. But before I went, I remember because I was in the kitchen. I just started grabbing glasses and everything else and just banging them at the walls and breaking them. I got out of the house and I ran down the street. I remember I was walking up Water Street and I was looking for someone. But I didn't know who it was that I was looking for. I just wanted to find someone to sit down and have a talk with, someone to be with. I was scared of being with myself. So I went into the cafe and I sat down. And even though I was there, I was still scared because there was nobody. I just sat there, shaking, crying. Then they asked me to leave. Then I just went home.
So, what do you think?
Have you shown this to David?
No.
Well, I don't think you should use it. It's too personal.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, because it's definitely going in.
Hello? Anybody home? Oh, hi, I'm Meg Harris. I hope you don't mind me barging in like this. You must be Mrs. Noseworthy.
Yes. No. Please, come in. She's here.
See that?
Hello, I'm Meg Harris.
Welcome to our humble abode. You were expecting humble, weren't you?
I really didn't have any expectations.
Ah, of course not. You're a real professional, aren't you?
I really appreciate you agreeing to talk to me about this.
We were expected to talk to you. Our caseworker made that plain. We decided to acquiesce.
Oh, I'm sorry. I told Mrs. Benton not to do that. Would you prefer if I left?
Yes.
No. But it's my turn to decide. So you can stay.
Well, I don't want you to feel pressured.
Oh, my dear, we were pressured. So, of course, we feel pressured. Anyway, the decision's been made. Let's get on with it.
Okay, all right then. Oh, thank you. Do you mind if I use tape recorder?
No.
Yes.
My decision. Go ahead, my dear.
Well, if you feel uncomfortable with the tape recorder, I can use a notepad.
The decision's been made. I'll start. The welfare state, in providing assistance to its poorest members, holds them in deep distrust while exercising complete control over their lives.
Joan's been practicing for this.
I think that sums up the situation quite nicely.
Yes. Would you care for a cup of tea, Miss Harris?
Okay. Thank you. That's a lovely tea set. Where did you get it?
Perhaps you think welfare recipients aren't entitled to have a tea set. Come on now, you don't think we should be allowed to have one, do you? Ah, yes. Allowed to have. Allowed. Implies it's someone else who decides. The church or the state or the family. Or more importantly, not allowed. You're not allowed. I won't let you. It shouldn't be allowed. They shouldn't allow that. All these decisions about what's allowed and what's not allowed. Well, someone else has decided to decide for us. Unfortunately, we're still able to decide what we're going to do about it. What are you going to do?
Within any situation, you always have a choice. The more aware you are that what you do in that situation depends on the decision you make, the more control you have over that situation. That's why Mr. Noseworthy and I like to take turns making decisions, to make the decision-making process as explicit as possible.
And how does this go over in the welfare office?
They find us problematic.
Thinking too much by myself, shouldn't have, I don't know. By myself, shouldn't have, thinking too much, I don't know. All of a sudden, got real scared, had to get out, but I don't know why. Got real scared, had to get out, all of a sudden, but I don't know why. Someone to be with the empty street, looking for someone down the street, I don't know who.
We'll have the cash returned.
There's nobody there, coffee please. Coffee, coffee, nobody there.
He's a quadriplegic as a result of a car accident several years ago. She used to work, but she quit to take care of him. So now their savings are gone and they're on welfare.
What's wrong with that? They sound perfect. Let's use them. You can't speak.
Jack, I really don't think you should use that part of David's interview.
Meg, I'm trying to help David. Nobody knows about his situation. Nobody even wants to know. 20% unemployment means 80% of the people are still working. We've got to reach out and grab that 80% and let them know what's going on.
I know all that, Jack. I'm the researcher, remember? It's just that I think that David should be at least offered the choice. He may regret telling us that story by now.
What David says is very powerful stuff. It's going to make people sit up and listen to his situation. That's what you want, isn't it?
Come on, the ends justifying the means?
Are you so sure they don't? Look, I'm the director, I'm the producer. It's my decision. If David has any problems, if he wants to talk to anyone, he can come and talk to me. Okay? In the meantime, I say we go with the Noseworthies.
Well, they're kind of unique, Jack.
So much the better.
May I help you?
I'm interested in the babies.
They only come with the men, but we have some nice models in stock right now.
maybe I'll wait. I don't even know why I spent so much money. I like shopping, though. Makes me feel like a real person, as good as anybody else.
Meg, you like buying things because it gives you a chance to make a decision and be in control. But the choices you have to make and the control you feel are just an illusion. In post-industrial capitalism, there is only one choice, and that is to buy. Whether it's Klein or Lacoste is immaterial.
Under the circumstances, it's perfectly understandable that you feel ambivalent.
Our acceptance of the propaganda of commodities stems from our need for meaning.
The propaganda of commodities addresses itself to the spiritual desolation of modern life and proposes consumption as a cure.
We all need to know the world and to make sense of it. It's a primal problem of life, really. Funny how it plays itself out in the battle between Pepsi and Coke.
No, so there is take one, shot one. Mark it. Now, I wonder if you could give us a little background on your personal situation.
Certainly. We belong to that category of people that's usually called the deserving poor.
Could you not look into the camera, Mr. Nosley, please?
Certainly. We belong to that category popularly called the deserving poor.
Mr. Noseworthy, could you not look into the camera, please? Now, what did you mean by the deserving poor?
Those whom the authorities regard as being truly deserving of charity. Poverty has been visited upon them through no fault of their own.
For example, I'm a quadriplegic due to an accident. I would be and am considered deserving, whereas a woman whose drunken sot of a husband deserts her and her 5 children is not looked upon quite so favorably by the authorities. I mean, he left her, but she should have been wiser than to have gotten involved with the drunken sot in the first place.
The department won't tolerate improvidence.
Nor indolence.
Or sloth. However, to be poor through unemployment is considered to be the clearest evidence of personal incompetence. The able-bodied unemployed are considered to be the most undeserving. As a result, they receive very little by way of public assistance.
The authorities fondly hope that by rendering the undeserving poor sensible as to the stigma of their situation, they will learn the valuable habits of industry and thrift.
Perhaps we could get back to your accident.
No.
I
No,
think
sir, we couldn't.
This line of conversation is more fruitful.
Miss Noseworthy, I think that things would go more smoothly if you would let me choose the topics.
Do you really think so? Well, I disagree with you there, Jack. I can't see how letting the media choose the topics has improved our lot in life one jot. In fact, where those on welfare are concerned, the media have done more than their fair share of seeing to it that things don't change. In fact, turn that monstrosity off. Cut! Cut! Cut!
Did you cut?
No, should I?
Hey, taxpayer, do you want to discuss the work ethic?
Yes!
Cut. Meg, could I speak to you for a moment?